Hello 8th grade. Today we analyze data displays, making sure what they're telling us is actually what the information is. Find the percent of each. Remember, you change this. 0.2 times 430, and that'll give you your answer of 86. This one, 1, 2, because we're dividing by 100 to get to that decimal form. 0.48 times the 250. You're going to get slightly under 125. All right, 15, 0.15 times your 78, and this would be 0.72 times your 260, 187.2. Remembering how to do that is important in today's lesson. A sweater is $24.79 after all that. We learn to analyze and make predictions from data displays. We're going to look at the information we have. We're going to predict what's going to happen. Happens all the times in sales. Last year, this same style went with this kind of production rate, and we didn't have much left over. So we might use that estimate and do that again. You're going to use these in business. You're going to use these in sports. You're going to use these in all other kind of things. It is important that you can read and understand various types of graphs. When analyzing data displays, be sure to read any titles. I know, you said read, it's math, but we do have to read. Or labels, and pay attention to the scales used on the axes. The scales. Oh. They might be able to make things look better than they are, worse than they are, depending on what their goal or their objective is. So we look here. Use the histogram from example 1 to answer each question. All right. Ages of billionaires. The frequency. 30 to 39. There are 8 billionaires in the ages of 30 to 39. 40 to 49. There's 30 of them. 50 to 59. 34. 60 to 69. 43. 70 to 79. 36. 80 to 89. 26. And 90 to 99. 3. Oh, how are you, Pastor? You surprised me.
Photobomb.
Oh. All right, so when we look at all this, you're going to be the only class that gets that. How many people ages 70 or older had a net worth of at least $4.5 billion? You can come back through. It's not going to be a problem.
Putting worship report forms on the table.
Hey, it worked good.
You can tell them I am planning on a Wednesday afternoon class, 3:30.
Wednesday afternoon at 3:30. All right. So when we look there, add the number of people in the 70 to 79, 80 to 89, and 90 to 99. 70 or older would include all three of these groups. Therefore, you have to add them together, and you get your answer of 65 people that are billionaires from age 70 and older. Now, looking at the same chart, what is the approximate range of the ages of billionaires shown in the histogram? The approximate range. So, from 30 to 99 would go with 69 years. The approximate range of ages is 69 years, from the youngest to the oldest. Now, how many people, same histogram, ages 50 to 69 had a net worth of at least $4.5 billion? So, 50 to 69, I have to look, 50 to 69. Oh, that would include these two groups. So you would hopefully see that I need to add these numbers. All right. When we do that, we get an answer of 77. A circle graph shows how a set of data is divided into parts. The entire circle contains 100% of the data. Each sector, or portion, of the data set is represented by that. So, we have types of bicycles purchased. These are all the bicycles purchased in their entire shop. We look at the different sectors. Other is 7%, hybrid is 9%, 21% is the comfort bike, 26% is youth bike, and 37% is mountain bike. All right, so we break that down. In 1 year, people in the U.S. purchased approximately 16.6 million bicycles. The circle graph shows the types of bicycles purchased. Use the circle graph to answer each question. How many of the bicycles purchased were hybrid bikes? Now, the thing they need, they asked for a number. The total was 16.6 million. And they want to know hybrid bikes. Hybrid bikes were 9%. So, if I take the total that I had, the 16.6, and I take it times that decimal that represents the percent, 0.09, I am going to get the number of bicycles that were hybrid that were bought. We'll do that math right over here. 16.6 times 0.09, that's 54, so that's 59, so that's 14, 1, 2, 3. So, 1.494 million bikes that were hybrid were purchased. Again, I took the percent for that area, turned it into a decimal, multiplied it by the total amount, and that gives me the part. Now, if we think about it, 10%, that would be, move it 1.66. This being 9% is 1.49. Those are very close together, and we can feel confident about our answer. Think about it in those terms. So, let's see the work they show us. All right, 9% of 16.6 million, when he does the math out, 1,494,000 or 1.494 million. Notice how this changed to this. Well, this can also change to that. If you'd rather write the numbers all out like this, I'm fine with it. If you give me a decimal, make sure you put that million behind it. Okay? All right. So now, for the year shown, a reporter claims that consumers purchased a total of nearly 10 million mountain bikes and youth bikes. Is this claim valid? So we have to analyze the data. We want mountain bikes, which is here, and youth bikes, which is here. So don't we want all of this? So if we're thinking about it, we would have to add those 2% together. 37% and 26% makes 63%. So 63% of my bikes bought were mountain or youth bikes. So if we take our total of 16.6 million times 0.63, do you see how I took this and turned it into a decimal by dividing by 100, like we've been doing? We can do our math. That's 18, that's 19, that's 4, that's 36, so that's 39, so that's 9. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 10.478 million, or 10,478,000 bikes. All right. Is that valid? I would say that's valid because it's over 10 million, and it would probably be a very good estimate. So make sure we analyze it and realize, what do I have to do? Do I include one group? Do I include two groups? What? All right. 63% of 16.6 million, or 16,600,000. We change that percent into the decimal, just like I did. We do our math. 10,458,000. I believe that's what we got. And that's 10.5 million. So you could say, yes, this person's claim was good. So how many of the 16.6 million bicycles purchased were not comfort bikes? Ooh, there's a big word in there that really is pretty small. Not. Okay. So, we're not comfort bikes. Well, I can do one of two things. I can add together the 37, the 26, all right, the 9 and the 7, and All get 1329, okay? 79% of all bikes, oh, that's the opposite of 21%. All right, 79% of bikes were not comfort bikes. So I can take that 16.6 times 0.79. I change this into a decimal. That's 54, that's 59, that's 14, that's 42, that's 46, that's 11, 4, 11, 3, 1, 2, 3 spots behind the decimal, 1, 2, 3, to put that there. 13.114 million. Or another way I could have done it is I could have took and found the 21% and subtracted that from the total. All right. That's the way I chose to attack it. We saw and we added all those percents together. Then we multiplied that total percent that we wanted and got our answer of 13.114 million bikes, or 13,114,000 bikes. Let's go ahead and see how they attack it. All right. They took the 79%. Notice they turned it to the decimal first. They did their multiplication. 13 million were not comfort bikes. All right. Now we have one more example. We've gone to a line graph. Notice on the side we jump by 200 each time. On the year we go up by 1. Cost of homecoming dance. I'm glad. I guess my dad was glad he had boys. Girls, oh my gracious. Oh, I guess that's the high school's costs. If the cost of the dance increased at the same rate between 2003 and 2004 as it did between 2004 and 2005, what was the cost of the 2003 dance? Okay, so what was the cost between 2000 and what did it cost between 2004? Ooh, what was the cost of the 2003 dance? So in 1 year, we went from here up to there. What would look like 2,900, I'm going to say that's halfway, and it went up to 3,000, right? So that increased by $100. So if that same rate continued and we went backwards, in that previous year, the 2003, it would be at $2,800 is my thought. We just continue the trend they had before, but we go backwards. Let's see. Find the difference. Hey, there's that $100 that we came up with. Then subtract the difference from the 2,900, since that was the 2004 mark, and we get 2,800 for our year 2003. That's our estimate. Now, if the cost of the dance continues to increase at the same rate as it did between 2008 and 2009, what will it cost in 2012? All right, 2008 to 2009. So we've got to figure out what that amount of cost is. 2008, $3,400. 2009, $3,700. That is a $300 increase. Okay? So, then we have 2009 to 2010, 2010 to 2011, 2011 to 2012. 3 years increasing at that rate. So that would be an increase of $900. And so we add that to the total of, that we were at, 3,700. Because that's where we started out in 2009, at 3,700. $900 would be the increase over 3 years if they had increased at $300 a year. When we add those together, we get $4,600 being the cost. Wow. I bet you'd have some principals not real happy about that, or maybe it's the parents worrying about it. All right, so we find the difference. The difference was $300 of change. Then we add that $900 because we went 3 years changing at $300, so that makes $300, $600, $900. We add that to the cost that it started at, and we get $4,600. All right. That should be everything you need. Details are important. Make sure you know what they want. All right. Thank you all very much. Good evening.